That should be better for you all now.
Great, perfect, lovely.
Okay, thanks everybody. And what I'd really like to do is, in my few minutes, talk about what Microfinance Ireland can do for you during the COVID pandemic. And first and foremost, our main product is the COVID-19 business loan. And this is a government-funded initiative to support microenterprises who are negatively impacted by the coronavirus in Ireland. And who can apply? Any microenterprise. You can be a sole trader, a partnership, or a limited company, but you need to be currently trading because it's for people who are actually suffering a negative downturn in their business. You should also not be in a position to avail of bank finance. And I really re-emphasize everything that Yvonne said. Go and talk to your bank, negotiate a moratorium from your bank, borrow from your bank if you can, talk to your revenue, talk to your creditors and debtors, get everything set up that everything that you can put on hold. And then if you're still in need of funding, please get in touch with us. There is one criteria other than being a microenterprise and it's a government criteria that you have to be experiencing a negative impact on your business, and that is defined by the government as a negative impact must be a minimum of 15% of actual or projected turnover or profit. I don't think there's a business out there at the moment other than maybe supermarkets who aren't experiencing that, so I don't think you'll have any problem with that. And just one note down the end, because we are getting a lot of applications which are not suitable for this. This is a support fund. It's not available to businesses seeking to start up. Their businesses are to expand their business. We have other products for that. If you're one of these lucky businesses that's making gloves for people, protective gloves, you're very welcome to apply for a loan, but it's not the COVID-19 loan. It's a recovery fund. Some people get confused as to what's a microenterprise. If you're a business in Ireland, it's quite likely you're a microenterprise. 92% of all businesses in Ireland are a microenterprise, but just in case you need clarity on it, you need to have fewer than 10 employees. You have to have less than turnover of 2 million a year in normal circumstances, and your balance sheet cannot exceed 2 million. So I think for the vast majority of people listening into this, you're going to fit into that, but I just put it up there so you know. So what is on offer? Business loan from 5,000 to 50,000. So calculate what you need. You can decide you want to borrow from us in the short term so that you're looking at your immediate needs, or I expect a lot of businesses will come to us when they're getting ready to reopen their doors and need to stock up. So it amounts up to 50,000. It is primarily for working capital, but we are seeing the odd application where a person needed to relocate their business, perhaps to home, and needed to get some equipment for home. We will consider that as a COVID loan, and we might even consider that for a term longer than the normal term. For normal loans, we're looking at a term of 3 years, which for working capital at the moment would appear to be appropriate. Some of the big selling features of this, and really the big supports, and I can't overemphasize this, we're offering two things: an interest-free period. In other words, no interest is accruing for the first 6 months of the loan. It's not that you're not paying it, it's not accruing. It's interest-free, and it's also repayment-free for the first 6 months. So you can come in, get your money tomorrow off us, and you have nothing to worry about for 6 months. And it's very hard to, at this stage, to determine how long we all need. But in my mind, I think we're all going to be in a downturn period for at least 6 months, and it's probably going to take another 6 months to pick up after that. But hopefully we won't all be locked up for that long. But interest-free and repayment-free for 6 months. Your loan repayments would then start in month 7, and we would schedule the loan, if it was a 3-year loan, to be repaid over the remaining 30 months of that 36-month period. Obviously, if it's a longer period loan, the same arrangements will be there. Interest rate, after the interest-free period, will be 1% less than our normal rate if you go to see Owen and his team. And I highly recommend you go to see your local enterprise office and not only avail of a 1% discount, it's actually to avail of the mentoring supports, training supports, and all the other supports your local enterprise office can give you. Our rates at the moment today are 7.8% fixed APR for normal direct applicants to us, or 6.8% if you come to us via the local enterprise office. That's something that's being considered at the moment. Can we do something different on that? But at the moment, that's what the rates are. but watch that space, as they say. And we've no hidden fees or costs. There's nothing to apply. There's no charge for early repayment. So if the economy recovers quicker and you don't need the loan for 3 years, pay it back. You won't be penalised. There's no hidden charges. What do we need? If you're a new customer to us, we absolutely know nothing about you. So we will need a application form filled in. It is your basic name and address, who are you, what's your business all about. We have an amended business plan, which is a 4-question business plan, which is really for you to identify what has COVID-19 done to your business. And it can be as simple as saying, I'm closed, there's nothing going on, my turnover is zero. As Yvonne was saying, you should actually look at your cash flow. We're looking for a 12-month cash flow, but in fairness, I mean, if the person is, if you still have rent to pay, you're still paying some salaries, just slot those in, and if turnover is zero, it is zero. It is what it is, and it's a means of us just measuring and calculating with you that what you're looking for from us is enough, or if you need more, can we help you further? We look for 6 months bank statements, and normally, if you're applying as a sole trader, we'll get your CCO report for you. Unfortunately, there's an issue with how you get CCO reports. If you're the director of a limited company, we can't search for you, so we ask the director or shareholder to give us the CCO themselves. We'll be able to look up the company. In addition, for loans over 25,000, and we're looking for an age, debtor and creditor listing. There are templates for all of this up on our website, so even if you're going to the local enterprise office, I'd say go into our website, Microfinance Ireland, loan packages, COVID-19, download the business plan, download the application, cash flow, etc., and try to keep the whole process simple for you. So that's the documentation requirements. How does it all work? You'll have collected all your documentation, and please don't send in the documentation until we have it all. We actually can't process your application until we've all the information. As I said, go along and see Owen and his team. They'll help you with the application if you need it. They'll supply an advisor, a mentor if you need it, and the 1% discount is there, as I suggested. They will submit the application on your behalf, or if you want to come on directly, just send it in to us directly. We'll approve the loan. Somebody will actually speak to you over the phone. We used to do face-to-face meetings, but obviously at the moment we won't. And while we're saying less than 10 days, at the moment we're doing all our COVID loans in under 2 days. We've prioritized the COVID loans. So if we get a full application, you will have someone talking to you the next day, and you'll have an approval decision the following day. So we are, despite what is fairly excessive volumes at the moment, we are getting back to people quickly, because this is very, very urgent money needed. You'll get your loan approval letter, funds be drawn down, and there is mentoring available through the local enterprise office if it's deemed appropriate. I'll talk about that a bit more in a minute. And as I said, repayments will begin after 6 months. So it is simple, it is easy, so don't be daunted by a list of documents. These are things, most of which you will have. I also wanted to take time to talk to any existing customers who are on this webinar. For our existing customers, we've been emailing all of them over the last 2 weeks. We've been in touch with about 75% of them, and we're asking people to look at the options. If you want to keep repaying us, you can do so, but we are also offering our existing customers a 6-month moratorium on their existing loans with us. And if that's not sufficient, they can also obviously apply for a COVID-19 loan. But it is essential that people do that, because otherwise the direct debit, legally we will have to present a direct debit. If they don't have the funds, it will unfortunately bounce, and it has an impact on their credit report in the CCO. While if we restructured the loan for you, your credit history would be sound. So it's a simple thing to do, and you know, there is 25% of our customers still out there. The other 75 have availed of us. If you are there, come and talk to us quickly. I talked about having to be eligible for the loan. If you're not eligible, we're still open for business. We're still receiving standard loans. Unfortunately, our standard loan is limited to 25,000. But do consider if you have a need, which is non-COVID. We've had some very interesting people on looking for money for things that are actually really good business opportunities in the pandemic. If you can't get it all from the bank, do come and talk to us. We'll try to Finally, and I touched upon this, we provide mentoring for all approved loan applicants, as in we pay for you to go to your local enterprise office to get that mentoring. We find the vast majority of our applicants are weak in something, and what they're normally weak in, like most of us, is financial management. And we think that this type of support is essential for you to help grow your business, and particularly in the current environment, getting yourself back off the ground, it could be something very useful to you as you get back to business. So finally, I'll probably be sending out the slides. So our mailing address is there, our email address is there, our phone numbers are there. But please, during the crisis, if you want to ask a question, email it to us, or go onto our website and send us a message there, or apply. If you're not going through the Leo, apply through the website, because people are working remotely. The phones are incredibly busy, so the easiest way to get us by email, and we'll get back to you straight away. So that's really it in a nutshell. If you're short of money, come and talk to us. We're here to help. The government have been very supportive in helping us put this fund together. So don't feel shy to come on and look for help. Thank you.
Gareth, thank you very much for that succinct roundup, and well done for reacting in the way you have to the situation. I know it's not hard, and we know ourselves. It's been a strong learning curve working remotely and reinventing your offering. So well done. And